What if I told you that the fate of an entire civilization rested in the hands of just a few men? The story of the Roman kingdom, from its legendary founding to its tumultuous end, holds secrets of power, betrayal, and ambition. Imagine a world where glory and treachery walk hand in hand, where every throne is both a seat of power and a target for conspirators. Welcome to a saga of kings, social upheaval, and a culture that would lay the foundation for an empire. Our journey begins with the birth of Rome in 753 BC. Legend has it that Romulus, raised by a she-wolf, became the city's first king. But was his rise purely heroic, or did darker ambitions drive him? Romulus didn't just build a city, he crafted a legacy. His reign established key institutions, including the Senate, laying the groundwork for Rome's future governance. But the throne came with immense pressure. Imagine the weight of leading a nascent city facing threats from rival tribes while building alliances. Following Romulus, 6 other kings ascended the throne. Numa Pompilius, the second king, is remembered for his wisdom and religious reforms. But can you imagine the tension he faced? Balancing the needs of a restless populace while ensuring the gods were appeased. Numa's emphasis on religion forged a spiritual bond among Romans. He established temples and rituals that would define Roman culture for centuries. But his pacifism faced challenges. Ancus Marcius, the 4th king, expanded Rome's territory through military might, signifying a shift from Numa's peaceful ways. As Rome grew, so did its complexity. The stakes were high, and every decision could lead to disaster. Ancus had to navigate treacherous rivalries and the constant threat of war. Would his ambition ultimately lead to Rome's prosperity, or would it invite ruin? The drama didn't stop with military conquest. The monarchy's growing power often led to political intrigue and betrayal. Picture a court filled with ambition, where allies could quickly become enemies. Would the very ambition that drove these kings lead to their downfall? Let's take a closer look at the society that these kings ruled. At the top were the patricians' wealthy elite whose status was often dictated by birth. They controlled land, resources, and political power. Imagine living in a world where your fate was sealed by the family you were born into. On the flip side, the plebeians, the majority of the population, often struggled for rights and recognition. Picture the frustration of working hard, only to be marginalized by a privileged elite. The tension between these two classes was like a simmering pot, ready to boil over. As the plebeians demanded more representation, kings had to tread carefully. Imagine being in a position where your every move could spark a revolt. The fear of losing control was palpable. Would the kingdom fracture under the weight of its own social divisions? The struggle of the orders marked a significant turning point. Plebeians fought for their rights, leading to the establishment of the tribune of the plebs, a powerful office that gave them a voice. This shift was monumental, illustrating early democratic principles within a monarchy. This struggle wasn't just about social status, it was a fight for survival and recognition. The kings had to navigate this complex landscape carefully. Would the monarchy adapt and thrive, or would it crumble under pressure? Now, let's explore the rich culture that thrived within this tumultuous kingdom. The Romans borrowed heavily from their Etruscan neighbors, crafting a unique identity filled with art, religion, and community rituals. Imagine the excitement of public festivals, where the entire city would gather to celebrate and worship. These events fostered unity and identity, allowing citizens to escape the pressures of their daily lives. But beneath the surface of joy, there were whispers of dissent. As the kings grew more powerful, the specter of tyranny loomed large. Tarquin the Proud, the last king, exemplified this shift. His reign was marked by cruelty and oppression. Imagine living under a ruler whose whims could lead to your demise. The fear and urgency for change reached a fever pitch. The turning point came in 509 BC, when Tarquin's tyranny ignited a revolution. The citizens of Rome, fueled by anger and fear, took a stand against his rule. Would they succeed in overthrowing him, or would their efforts lead to chaos and bloodshed? The Roman kingdom's story is one of ambition, struggle, and transformation. It laid the groundwork for an empire that would change the world. But remember, every end is a new beginning. The transition to the Republic brought both promise and peril, setting the stage for conflicts that would shape history for centuries to come.